eyewitness video you'll see only here on 5. A cell phone records the moments before a deputy shot and killed this man. It's raising a major question. Was he shot after he surrendered? CBS 5 investigator Morgan Lowe has that story right now.
It was a police pursuit that lasted nearly an hour, videotaped by ordinary people with cell phone cameras.
I yelled at him from here at one point. I said, "Hey man, give yourself up."
A newspaper reporter even snapped a picture of the driver, Manuel Longoria, a 40-year-old tow truck driver. Investigators say he was in a stolen car. The pursuit ended in a standoff captured in this grainy video obtained by CBS 5 Investigates. Pinal County Sheriff's deputies on the left and right, Longoria in the middle. Beanbag shots and tasers fired. What happened next we'll show you in a moment, but you can hear 2 fatal shots and Longoria is dead.
What do you think happened that day?
I'm not even sure.
Longoria's son says it's a mystery what caused his father to lead police on the chase. Out of character for this Chicago Bears fan who's had run-ins with the law, but nothing like this before.
He had a good heart.
In the video taken at the scene, you can hear deputies yelling orders. Their weapons drawn, and for a reason. They and witnesses believed Longoria had a gun.
He told him, "I got a gun, you know. The only way you're going to take me is you're going to have to shoot me."
You can hear deputies fire beanbag rounds. It's intended to take Longoria down but not kill him, but he remains on his feet. It's what happened during the final few seconds that raised the question of whether it was really necessary to use deadly force. PCSO released a statement that read the suspect refused to obey commands and suddenly reached back into the vehicle. A deputy felt the suspect was reaching for the gun he reportedly had, and so he then fired 2 rounds. But watch what the video shows in the final seconds. Longoria is hit with a beanbag, crouches, turns his back to the detectives, and puts his hands over his head. Then, one deputy opens fire. In the end, Longoria had no weapon. In the second or so before he was shot with the lethal round, he put his hands in the air. Would that affect the need to shoot him?
I believe, even looking at it, those circumstances, if I was a patrol officer and I was forced in that same situation, I likely would have shot him before that deputy shot him.
Sheriff Paul Babu says his deputy had no choice because of Longoria's actions.
Sadly, he forced this situation, and this looks like more of a situation of suicide by cop.
That's not suicide by cop, that's just murder.
Former DPS and Scottsdale officer Jess Torres watched the video and came to a different conclusion. Should that deputy have pulled the trigger?
I can't see any justification for him using deadly physical force when the suspect has his back turned toward him and his hands are directly up in the air.
I do not want to see a deputy killed because they delayed or hesitated for a split second. That's how cops get killed.
The officer who fired the fatal shots was cleared and back on duty 1 week after the shooting. Meantime, Longoria's family's trying to raise money for a funeral and wondering whether this video will prompt a new look at what happened.
They claim they were forced to shoot him. Does that make any sense to you?
No, if he didn't have no weapon, then he gave up, didn't he?
The shooting only took place last week, and as of today, it remains under investigation. But Pinal County Sheriff's officials say they believe the deputy's actions were justified. Scene?
Morgan, thank you. Officers across the country are put in tough situations every single day, and they are increasingly becoming more dangerous. 2013 wrapped up with about 60 officer-involved shootings alone here in the Valley. In 2012, there were 47. Now, we know police officers and sheriff's deputies don't shoot on a whim. We're not even in a full month now into 2014. We've already seen at least 5 officer-involved situations in every corner of the Valley. Our coverage of officer-involved shootings continues on CBS5AZ.com, where we have posted that cell phone video and our entire interview with Sheriff Paul Babeu.